To today's new video, and today I'm presenting my new project, the YouTube Sentiment AI. And let's go with the program statement. So you are Phoebe, an accomplished marketing manager that is in charge of leading a campaign for Abbas Media, and you have spotted this interesting influencer, Hassan Piker. It looks good, and maybe he could represent your brand and your reputation. So you go to his social media and you see, wow, he has a huge following both in YouTube, in Instagram, and on Twitter. But then you start browsing to know more information about this Hassan Piker, and you found all this news. So it seems that Hassan Piker has been on a huge controversy about his talk. And Phoebe, what she does is go to YouTube, and she finds a video of Hassan in which he is explaining this situation. But she's interested in the comment section. She's interested in knowing what the users or how the users are feeling about this Hassan. At the end, the users could be her potential consumers. So Phoebe asks, what if I had a tool that could rapidly analyze the sentiment of the audience? So it turns out that that tool does exist. It's called YouTube Sentiment AI. So what Phoebe does is go to YouTube, copy the link from this Hassan video, paste it, and she wants to ask, what is the overall sentiment of the comments on this video and towards Hassan? And she also wants to know, can you surface some comments to give me an idea of this sentiment? And now she just clicks on Analyze Video. So what the system is doing now is fetching the data from the YouTube API, from the YouTube data API, and a multi-agent system is processing this request to give you a response. So here we have it. And now Phoebe knows that the overall sentiment of the comments in the video concerning Hassan is significantly negative. Many commenters are expressing distrust in his claims and making serious accusations against him. And she has here some examples of these comments. So now Phoebe, if she had time, could ask a follow-up question. But let's go to see how this architecture and this code has been built. So here we have the system and design. As I explained, first the comments are taken from the video data API and they get stored in memory. We are using BM25 for indexing, and as a retriever, we are using BM25. Why BM25? Because of the nature of the dataset. The comments are, in nature, are short and are prone to irony and sarcasm, and sometimes the semantic retrievers do not capture this signal well. And after evaluation, I have found that BM25 is the best retriever we could use. So for the orchestration, we are using LangGraph and LangChain. For logging, LLM ops, so for observability, we are using LangSmith. For validation, quality validation, and quantitative validation, we are using Ragas, and we are also using Pydantic models. From the LLM API and hosting, we are using a proprietary API, OpenAI, and for the hosting, we are using we are deploying locally, and we are using Next.js and FastAPI for the backend. So let's look a little bit at this multi-agent hierarchical architecture. We have a supervisor that is in charge of two teams, the analysis team and the research team. In the analysis team, we have this sentiment agent and this topic agent that are enhanced with thinking tools, sentiment thinking tool and topic thinking tool, to perform such a task. And on the other hand, we have the research supervisor that on one part we have the comment finder that retrieves internal information, so comments that match the query using retrieval augmented generation with this BM25 retriever. And on the other hand, we have the video search that is in charge of retrieving this external information via Tabili. So let's look a little bit at the code right now to see how I implemented this architecture. And we can see that we have a front end and a backend. So let's look at the backend. In the app, what I want you to look at is that we have a folder for the agents. In the agent factory, we have the function for creating these agents. We have the analysis tools and the research tools. As we can see here, these are the thinking tools. And in the graphs, we have the main graphs that I have just explained. So here in YouTube, we have the data collectors and the document builder. And lastly, in utils, we have some helper functions to extract from the API. So this has been short, but I hope you have enjoyed. And if you really want to see through this code more in detail, let's go to my GitHub and you have all this repository public. So thank you for having been here with me, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.